What's good, everyone? And today we're going to talk about mobile gaming. Now, since you're probably watching this video on a mobile device and you probably play video games on a mobile device, why is mobile gaming not dominating? Every year you hear people say this is going to be the year for mobile gaming, but somehow, for some reason, that never happens. And today, I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why that that golden age of mobile gaming is a little far away. Reason 1: the free-to-play model, aka freemium video games. Now, this has hit the mobile gaming scene the worst. We have, almost every video game on the Play Store is a freemium video game. It's free to play. Now, you might be wondering, what's wrong with the free to play model? It's free. Well, there's a difference between free and free to play. When you're talking about free, what you're basically saying is that the entire software is free without any hidden charges. But when you're talking about the free to play model, what you're basically saying is that you're going to get the game for free. Your download is free. But then there might be some form of payment. May not be necessary, but it will be present. So there may be pay what you want, pay to win, or microtransactions, or there may be those annoying banners at the bottom of the screen. They're all part of free to play. Now, the free to play is loathed by a lot of people because free to play video games tend to be multiplayer, and multiplayer they tend to have terrible matchmaking. Also, think about it. Story-driven games such as Quantum Break or Heavy Rain have next to zero scope for microtransactions or those annoying advertising banners at the bottom of the screen. Besides, people could just play them offline and there goes your revenue. So, in cases such as these, the developer needs to have a buy-to-play model if he wants to earn something from his game. Now, the free-to-play model is really popular on mobile devices because we don't really use the term hardcore mobile gamer a lot. Reason being, we don't have a lot of hardcore mobile gamers. Most of the hardcore gamers play on console or PC, and the rest of the people don't really want to spend anything on gaming and therefore find free stuff. Which is also the reason why developers who love to create great content, console-like content for mobile devices, have to stick to free-to-play bullshit. Now, this does not necessarily mean that every free-to-play game is a bad video game. And yes, I am well aware of the fact that we have free-to-play video games for PC and console as well. But if you were to compare the free-to-play that is Modern Combat franchise with the free-to-play that is Warframe or Team Fortress 2, I'm sure you'll notice a lot of differences. Now, it is important to note the fact that the free-to-play model was not introduced as a sign of generosity from the developers. It came out as a method to combat piracy. Which brings us to the next biggest reason, which is piracy. Now, piracy exists on all platforms, I know that, but when we were to take a look at mobile, we'd see that the piracy on mobile is pretty high. Just look at this game called Gentleman, which only had 144 downloads via the Play Store. And I'm only talking about Android downloads. Overall, the game had 50,000 downloads. Just imagine the amount of revenue loss that the guy suffered. And then we have the fact that there are millions of clones out there for mobile. Mobile video games are notorious for being ripoffs from other video games. Noah 3 ripped off of Halo, and Gameloft was not very original with the Modern Combat series as well, so you know where I'm going with this. And the next main reason is promotion. Google is terrible at promotion. I mean, let's face it, if Google was good at promotion, I would have been famous by now. And I mean, the promotion system on Android is kind of random. You'd take one random app and be promoted. That game would be promoted. And then we have the fact that there are top charts on the Play Store. So what's basically happening here is that we have a game that is already popular. It is gaining popularity. And then people scroll through the top charts and they're going to look at that game, and the already popular video game will get further promoted. So this is basically promotion of an already promoted video game. The focus must be on the not so promoted creators, the not so promoted content. Now, Google is terrible at promotion. I already told you that. But the good thing is, Google is terrible at promoting everyone. So this includes AAA developers who would usually receive preferential treatment. You know, you'd usually find big AAA titles on your homepage for Steam. But you don't have that. I mean, you do have AAA developers on your homepage as well, but they're right next to the indie titles. Now, this means that there is a level playing field, which is pretty cool. This is a pretty good thing that Google's done. But AAA developers may not find that oh so cool. See, these are people who are used to getting preferential treatment, and you shouldn't expect them to change their ways anytime soon. They're going to resist this change. And we are to blame in all this as well because, well, let's just face it, everyone mocks mobile gamers. It has become cool to mock mobile gamers as well as mocking the free to play model. I mean, that's just the way it is. We need to change that if we were to see developers actually going full force towards the mobile gaming scene. Because if gamers don't want it, why would a company do it? Because let's face it, every developer, indie or AAA, would want you to play their video games. And then we have the fact that smartphones come with their own set of hardware limitations. Now, I'm not talking about the processor or the GPU chip. I mean, according to me, that stuff is getting powerful every day, and soon we may have a pretty close competition between desktops and smartphones. I mean, that happened in the future. That might happen in the future. I'm not talking about right now. The biggest problem that we have at the present moment is touchscreens. Every smartphone has touchscreens. Let's face it, they do. And they're too good to just do away with for the purpose of gaming. But when it comes to mobile games, see, you have already compromised a certain amount of space because you need to put buttons on the screen. See, back in the Symbian days, you had a D-pad and a bunch of and a number pad, and you could use that. But touchscreen days, we don't have that. So we need to put buttons on the screen, which will limit the amount of controls we have.
You okay? How many fingers am I holding?
So these are, according to me, the biggest reasons why mobile gaming is yet to dominate, why everyone is not taking the mobile gaming scene seriously. Now, if you have other reasons, please feel free to let me know in the comments section. I'm kind of sure I'll read them given the number of people who view my videos. And if you agreed with me, let me know by hitting the like button and check out the rest of my content. And who knows, maybe you like my content, you hit the subscribe button, make my day maybe. As always, and this is for the old subscribers, as always, this is your main man, Freeman Trust says, signing out.